Hey there, this is H.D. Chambers, Superintendent of Schools for Alief ISD, and I'm coming to you on Thursday, April the 23rd at approximately 2:30. So I always try to give the date and the time to put my message in context so that everyone knows when this is recorded because as we've all learned, things can change, if not by the day, by the week, in some cases by the hour. So I have really six things to go over real briefly with you. You're going to find that this message is mostly directed at our staff, and I've got a couple of comments for students in the community as well. So bear with me as I get through these real quickly. First, most staff, this is all Alief staff. If you have not checked your email yet, you should have received an email over the last day or two reflecting the fact that the school board this past Tuesday night approved all contracts for administrators and for teachers. We had a board meeting Tuesday night, and this was one of the items in which the board considered our recommendation and obviously approved unanimously the contracts for the 2021 school year. So if you're an employee that has a contract, you should be receiving information from our Human Resources Department soon, if not already, about how to sign your contract. It's all going to be done electronically as it was last year. So nothing has changed for those of you with a contract. You will receive it. You will be asked to submit it electronically by a certain date. And I just encourage you to look at your Alief ISD email account for information regarding the contract as well as the actual contract for you to sign. For those that are not on contract, you are going to be receiving assurance letters, which are consistent with what we do, assuring you of your position for the 2021 school year. Another action that was taken, which is relative to teachers, and that is the district has, the board has approved us seeking a waiver from the Texas Education Agency to waive all T-TESS appraisals for the 2019-2020 school year. So I know many of you were in the middle of your T-TESS appraisal. Some of you had your conferences, some of you had not. Regardless, the board has approved the waiver. So T-TESS appraisals for this past school year, or for the current school year, for the 1920 school year, will not be counted. You'll hear more information from ourselves, from myself, from our Human Resources Department and Professional Development about going forward on this, but just know that the board approved the waiver for T-TESS. Something that's on everyone's mind right now that the governor has officially suspended school operations for the remainder of this school year. As I mentioned in my video last Friday, after the governor made that announcement, you know my expectations. Everyone knows my expectations for students and for staff. Do the best you can. Keep doing the best you can. I know it's tough. I know it's challenging. And I don't know how else to simply put it, but other than do the best you can. But we also know that there are staff members, employees, as well as students that have personal belongings, either in classrooms or in lockers or just a variety of different places that were left there after I closed school on Thursday, March the 12th. You are going to begin hearing from your principal, if you're a teacher, or your department head, about a schedule beginning the week of May 4th that will stagger staff that will stagger the staff counts in order to access our facilities, practicing social distancing and all the protocols that are in place. You're going to receive information about those protocols and about scheduling, so you can get into your classroom and retrieve your personal items. Some of you work in schools that are going to have summer construction projects going on. That will also be included in any communication to you as we begin scheduling staff to come back into the facility. So some of you will just be going in to get your personal belongings, kind of closing up like you would at the end of any normal school year. And then some of you may be asked to come in a little bit earlier and secure things because either some type of construction project is going to be taking place on your campus. So just be aware it's coming. We are working through the protocols as we speak, and we are going to give you plenty of time to get your things and to get checked out of school. All right. I want to talk about the budget real quick. We gave the board a very high-level budget update Tuesday night, and the reason it was high level is because that's all we have right now. There are many, many unknowns, as you might expect, not only with the ALEAF ISD budget, but just with our economy, and not just the local economy, not just the Texas economy, but our national economy. For those of you that pay attention, the impact of the coronavirus on jobs, on people either being furloughed, people being laid off, people having their compensation cut by as much as 50 to 60%. Obviously, the oil and gas, the drop in the plunge in the price of a barrel of oil. You guys have heard me talk about how that is a major driver of the Texas economy. All of those things, it should come as no surprise that all of those things are going to have a negative impact on our economy in Texas. And usually when that happens, it also trickles down and has an impact on public education. We don't know what that is. No one has told us anything. I just want you to be aware that your contract and your employment for next school year is safe. As I mentioned, the board took their action. The state of Texas has given us no indication as to how anything's going to change for the 2021 school year. So we're moving full steam ahead with employment and with hiring. Excuse me. However, we are not prepared to talk about pay raises. We are not prepared to talk about salary adjustments or increases for obvious reasons, and I hope you understand that. I'm working with a large number of superintendents across the greater Houston area. We're attempting to share the same belief and philosophy on how we approach compensation. But just be aware that right now I am not prepared, nor do I believe anyone should be prepared to talk about salary increases in light of the economic unknowns across our area and across the state of Texas. So please be patient with us as we work through that. This district has years and years of evidence of demonstrating that we will do everything in our possible to do what's right by our employees, to manage our healthcare costs at a minimal level, and obviously to compensate you to the best of our ability. So just keep that in the back of your mind as we kind of venture down through the next month or two, that you're not going to hear much from me on pay raises because I'm not ready to talk about it until I learn more about the economy and about what our budget, the impact to our budget is going to be. I will end the budget conversation by just simply reminding all of us that we should feel blessed and grateful that we work in a profession and that we work in a school district and we work in a state that is continuing to fund money to public education and to all schools and all school districts, both traditional ISDs, charter schools. We should be grateful in light of everything else that's going on around us in the economy as it relates to jobs. So I know you join me in thanking our board. I know you join me in thanking the state of Texas for continuing to flow the revenue to public schools as we attempt to continue educating children to the best of our ability. And I encourage you to continue doing that, as I have. Our school year does not end until May the 21st. Our last day of instruction is on Thursday, May the 21st. So I expect us to continue working with kids and teaching to the best of our ability until it's time to stop. And speaking of the end of the school year, we are working on summer school plans. I will just tell you, I would be preparing for summer school to look similar to what the last 9 weeks are going to look like of this grading period. We have staff working and communicating as we speak about what that might look like, what teachers are going to be asked to teach summer school, the compensation for those teachers, what students are we going to be including in summer school. So we don't have all the answers to that question just yet, but just know we are working on that, and that summer school is going to look a little different. I would not be surprised if we don't have any face-to-face instruction during the summer. So just be prepared. We're working on that. And for those of you that are interested in teaching summer school, you'll be getting more information very soon about the opportunities that will be out there. And last but not least on today's message, there's a group of individuals in our district as well as at the state level and some consultants that have volunteered, or not volunteered, they're working with us as a part of a grant to look at potential calendar options for next school year. And I know the board adopted a calendar back in February for the 2021 school year, and that is still our calendar. But in light of what's going on right now, I have assembled our additional school days task force to convene. Did it 2 or 3 weeks ago, and they've been convening, and they are working with like I said, some consultants, and we are going to begin including other districts into this conversation, but looking at options for our board to consider and our community to consider that might change our school calendar for next year, so that we can come back and address some of the issues that are happening as we go through the last 9 weeks of this school year. I don't have anything other than to tell you that I just want you to be aware that we're looking at options, and we're looking at some non-traditional looking calendars as possibilities as we move forward. We're looking at different scenarios, and we're looking at different potential scenarios, both on the health side as well as just on the school calendar side. So I'll keep you informed to the best of my ability as to about what specifics are being talked about. But in all honesty, we don't really know yet. We're just putting our minds together, and we have some really smart people. We have some principals and some staff members, and as I said, some consultants who will be kind of chiming in. I don't know what it's going to look like, but as soon as I have more, I will be sharing that with the board, and then obviously with you. So with that, that's all I've got today. Stay safe. As you know, our county officials and city officials have put in place a declaration of requiring us all to wear masks beginning Monday. Wear your mask, wear your bandana, wear whatever you have to do everything you can do to comply and keep our community safe. And I will, as always, please, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please go to our website, www.alefisd.net. Click on the contact us button, and it'll direct you to an opportunity to share your opinions or ask questions, and we will make sure and get them to the right people and get a response to you in return. So thank you again. It's an honor to serve Alief ISD as a superintendent. And if we can do anything to help or support you, don't hesitate to let us know. God bless and take care.